That shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Houston Rockets here in Toyota Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Houston. Fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top three. And, of course, Los Angeles, a game behind.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden has led the league in points per game the last 3 seasons. And the Beard said, honestly, it's not even about me scoring. Teams are playing me for the pass. I just try to make the best play, and whether that's scoring or passing, every game is different. Kevin, back to you.
D.A., he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Davis. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's LeBron James. And Harrell's in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Rockets, Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Wood. And it's Wall in at the point guard. Now here's James. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You look at LeBron James, he's truly a remarkable talent, and every season he seems to add something else to his game. It's been fun watching him, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to see him at this level.
Cousins trying to free himself up. Harden, no good. Here are the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. Kuzma can't get it to go. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now here's LeBron. 20 points for him last game against Sacramento. And it's Schroeder missing. Here's Wood, and finished off by Wood.
Oh, some slick passing from Harden on that one.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. And here is Harrell. 14 points from him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Clock at 6. Here's Davis. Goes back up. Nice D from Cousins.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good. Wood. And he makes both free throws. Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 16-point game against Sacramento. To the paint. Here's Kuzma. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. They get the rebound, and Cousins throws it down.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
Now Davis. 17 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he also made an impact on defense, guys. 3 block shots over the course of the game.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Harden. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Up again. Rebound by Harrell. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Davis, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Davis, one of the hardest working and best rebounders in the NBA, showing you great effort that time.
It's Wall with the drive, and Davis sends it back. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And they double up Davis, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
So it's the Lakers now from deep LeBron. And it's James Harden with the rebound. For Houston, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Ball against LeBron. Lets a floater go. And Harden. And the nice bucket inside.
Yet another hard shot that Harden makes look easy. Amazing at measuring the floating jumper.
LeBron passes to Davis. Back to LeBron. From downtown. Doesn't go for him. And Houston the other way now. Here's Wall. And the layup's good off the glass.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Now here's James. Here's Davis. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Passes to Kuzma. James against Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Lakers working the ball around now. From deep.
You know, the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
Yeah, it's been a cold start, no doubt. They've got to find a way to put some points on the board.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Harrell on the follow.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Exactly. Dispatched in the conference semis, and so they'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge in this game. They should be highly motivated.
And now a look at LeBron James here. Last season, he played outstanding. First in assists, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt, you know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes it can take time, and then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, you know, you go back to when Cousins was drafted, and there were some that questioned his attitude, but lately, I don't think that's the case anymore.
And Cousins drops them both. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 5. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And he lays it up and in.
You know, one of the things I like about Wall is he really takes on the defense, plays downhill. When he's driving inside, he is committed to scoring over the defense.
Now here's LeBron to the left wing. It's stolen by Wall. And here's Wood outside. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wood's got 7 points in the game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Free throw good. Kuzma.
And Clark, it was a roller coaster season, to say the least, for Kyle Kuzma. Saw his role get diminished on the Lakers, and his stats across the board were down.
Yeah, Greg, you go back to your playing days, mine as well. It's hard for young guys early in their career to understand role play. They equate their production with minutes and accolades as opposed to contribution for the team. And Kyle Kuzma has tremendous talent, great versatility. Early in his career, I think he's going to be fine in the long run.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Great open look there.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Houston leading by 5. Here is Wall. His last outing, he had 8 points. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. Nobody near Schroeder. Offline with his 3.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Gordon.
And Gordon just continues to prove why he's so valuable. I mean, he knows he's out there to shoot the ball, and he does it very well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Daniel House has checked in for Wood. Ben McLemore comes in for James Harden. And it's Jaren Grant in for John Wall. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Exactly. I mean, that's what's helped them build this early lead.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. It's rebounded by Houston. In the corner, it's McLemore. Off target from outside. Lakers trail by 7. And here's Morris for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Gordon. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Love seeing Gordon work in the pick and roll. Great at pulling up to shoot once the screen comes his way.
Passes to Horton Tucker. Now Morris. He's covered by Grant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Houston making some changes. David Nwaba comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Green in for Gordon. Morris drops them both. Houston leading by 7. Grant with the ball. Gasol covering. Grant the pass to McLemore. And that one drops for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. And former 7th overall pick Ben McLemore finally seems to be finding his footing in the NBA.
You know, he was known in college, Greg, for his shooting touch, and now delivering on some of that efficiency offensively. Good to see the young man make that kind of progress.
That free throw good for McLemore. Lakers trail by 10. Horton Tucker, the pass to Gasol. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. The pass to House. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Morris. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Gasol kicks to Caruso. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Grant with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Nwaba. Another miss by Houston. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. 8-point game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And offense is tertiary to his contributions. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Rockets with possession here. 6-point lead. Here's Grant. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Lakers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. The first one falls. And so he hits both. And it's the Rockets with the ball. 6-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Here's Green, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top in the game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. And both free throws good for Green.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Caruso. Pass to Matthews. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Caruso. Back to Gasol. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Here's Grant. It's tipped. Fast break, the Lakers. And Gasol slams it in.
And how about the veteran Gasol doing a great job of just getting down the floor there in transition and cashing in.
Green deciding where to go with it. A putback. Passes it to House. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Over in the corner, Matthews. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Matthews has got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
And Matthews crosses up the defense with his catch-and-shoot J. You can't afford to lay off of him.
Green inside the three-point line. The Rockets with another miss. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's the pass to Gasol. And the layup falls. Gasol's got 8.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside, Green. Over Caldwell Pope.
Caldwell Pope really good at staying in front of his man. He likes to make it difficult for whoever he's on.
A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for Los Angeles. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also compete against these guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. So to be around those guys and, you know, be in the foxhole with those guys is, you know, it's pretty incredible.
Well, Kuzma Greg has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded with.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
We've got Gerald Green. Grant is out there with McLemore. And it's House in at the center. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
You know, Green's known as a three-point shooter and a specialist, but when he's active and playing with energy on the offensive glass, good things happen.
Here's Caruso. The Rockets making the shot. Pass to Gasol. Over House. Here's Morris. Great tee that time from Green. Rockets trail by 3. McLemore with the ball. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Takes the 3. And it's Green. Missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Morris kicks to Matthews. It's rebounded by McLemore. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. To the wing right side. There's the lob to the hoop. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Houston with a big group substitution here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Daniel House. Christian Wood comes in for David Nwaba. James Harden, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And John Wall subbed in for Grant. Now here's James. Schroeder. Wall grabs the board.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
The Lakers in the lead. Davis kicks to James. Floats it up for Davis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to Cousins. From deep, Harden. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Harden's got 5.
You know, a good percentage of Harden's points come from beyond the arc. He works extremely hard to find the space he needs on the perimeter.
From deep, James. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Wall. Count that one. Now it's a 4-point Houston lead.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
Now here's LeBron. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in Northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute, and that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
Free throw, no good for James. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And here are the Rockets, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run goal. Wasted no time on that one. 8 points for him.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Kuzma finds Harrell. Schroeder outside. Davis with it. From 10 feet out, and the jumper falls for him. Davis has got his third basket of the night.
You know, unlike a lot of bigs, Davis doesn't have to operate inside. He's totally confident in his ability to do damage from the perimeter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Harden outside. And here's Wall outside.
You know, LeBron affected that shot, and his defense doesn't get quite the height that his offense does, but over his career, he's been a consistent, aggressive defender on a lot of possession. You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And that one misses.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And finished off by Wood.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Daniel House has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And the Lakers also making a change. Horton Tucker's checked in. Free throw good, James. Harden with it. He's coming off an unbelievably high scoring game. Now a timeout called by Houston. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
Look at Harden. And at number 4 on the list, he's almost certain to take part in the contest this year. He's going to be excited to let those long-range shots fly in All-Star Weekend.
And the fans have been right to give him so much love. He's deadly from beyond, and he has to be in this contest this season.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
To the inside, and he lays in the alley-oop.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Schroeder dishes to LeBron. Over Harden. LeBron can't get it to go.
And a nice job of utilizing his body to get around the defender, but that's just a tough one to knock down consistently. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Three shots.
He throw good, James Harden. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, it's nearly impossible trying to defend Harden. I mean, he has it all in his package. One of the best penetrators in the game. He's a great passer, and we know what he can do scoring the ball.
And he makes all three.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
The Rockets with another miss.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket. And it's Wall with the ball for Houston. They've led by as much as 10. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's LeBron. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. LeBron with the block.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense. And that block going to put a major bounce in his step. Good job there by Harden setting that screen. Got his body right where it needed to be.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by John Wall. Here's LeBron. LeBron is doubled. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's the Lakers with it. Davis, the pass to James. Kuzma, good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Kuzma's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. The Rockets shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. It's Harden with the drive, makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game, brings him up to 4 for 9.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand. And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
That's a 2 from Gordon. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
The competitive firewall plays with is admirable. Fantastic at just figuring out ways to attract contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
David Nwaba is checked in for Houston. Ben McLemore comes in for Gordon. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Matthews comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And so Wall nails both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
Really good to see Harden get nasty on defense. He's got quick instincts and quick hands. And I like how he pilfers it on occasion.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, and his shot selection, iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench. And checking out the stats for James Harden. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 34 points a game last season, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Have jumper, will travel. I'm telling you, most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game. Free throw drops for James. Here is Harden. He's got 15. Down low. Here's Nwaba. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's Gasol. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And it's Harden with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They've led by as much as 10.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Now here's Matthews. He has 5. Passes it to LeBron. Wall with some nice D. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Wood. Another shot. Gasol trying to free himself up. And he gets it back. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, you know, with his free throw
Take a
percentage
break.
being
Take
where
a
it
break.
was last season,
2 shots.
it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
And he makes the first. Jaron Grant, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Caruso's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Lakers trail by 6. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Houston. Waba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Harden. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Harden's got 17 now. Caruso looking for an opening. Now the pass to Morris. Out of hand on it. Grant against Caldwell Pope. And it's Mwaba missing.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's Gasol. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. In the corner, it's McLemore. And another 3 for Houston.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Los Angeles calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Green, he's checked in for James Harden. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Lakers. The Rockets, 4th.
You know, both of these clubs forced a lot of turnovers and also converted offensively off of them. Very impressive.
1:25 left to play here in the half. Outside Matthews. Will it go? And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. To the left side wing. McLemore inside the line. And Houston again with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Caruso kicks to Matthews. Here's Gasol, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really, I'd like to see them get after it on the offensive boards a little bit more here. They did a good job of that in the first.
Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
First free throw is good.
And you know, by now, I don't think there's much question. Mark and his brother Powell are the best 1-2 brother punch in NBA history. How about over 30,000 points combined?
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. Here's Grant. There's 45 seconds left here in the second. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Here's Caruso. And again, no good by the Lakers.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
8 seconds left in the first half of the game. 3 from Matthews. That shot off. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Houston on top, up by 16. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. And the Rockets, a playoff team for the last 8 seasons, superstar talent, but to this point they've been unable to reach their goal of an NBA championship.
Listen,
Shaq?
even though I've been there 6 times before, it's not easy to do.
Thank you for the reminder, by the way.
Only one team, I'm not reminding them, just to let you know, only one team out of 30 can make it. They've had their chances, just has to come together.
Well, at times, I felt like it was right there for the taking. But they're still working to get over that mountaintop. I'm not sure if they're going to get over it.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So for the Lakers right now, Anthony Davis is out there with Harrell. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's James in at the point. Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Kuzma not only has great skill, but his balance is so good. Even when he gets bumped around, he still finds a way to score.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role, tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
Well, you look at Kuzma, the 27th overall pick in the NBA draft, guys, a multi-talented, confident forward with impressive skill and potential.
And finished off by Wood.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
That one misses for Wall. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 17. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. LeBron against Wall. Pass to Harden.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Lakers trailed by 19. Harrell the pass to LeBron. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Well, he seems ageless at times, guys. Somehow, some way, LeBron continues to rip off these insane sequences time and time again. Remarkable.
The three from Harden. He's off on that one. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Davis kicks to Harrell. Pass to Schroeder. Over Gordon. And it's Schroeder missing. Houston leading by 17. And here's Harden. 19 points in the game. And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike. Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the strike.
The first free throw is good. Harden hits them both. Now here's Schroeder. 9 points in the game so far. He kicks it to James. Pass to Davis. Schroeder up top, guarded by Harden. 5 on the clock. Launches it. They get it again. Here's Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That is textbook when you're talking a pump fake. Well executed that time by Davis. So good at knowing how to use that shot fake effectively.
It's his first trip to the line.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
First one falls for him.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Harden the pass to Wood. Wood. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Schroeder passes to James. Kuzma outside. And again, no good by the Lakers.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And it's the Lakers on the break. For the three. And it's Schroeder missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Yeah, from the first time I saw Gordon play, this guy has always been in attack mode, which makes it a tough cover for the defense.
Kuzma outside. LeBron against Wall. Davis kicks it over to Schroeder. A three-pointer off the mark.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Harden scanning the floor. Can't hit the step-back jump shot. Lakers trail by 21. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Kuzma passes to LeBron. Over Gordon. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Now Harrell. And it's the Lakers on the break. Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
You know, when Kuzma plays with that kind of tenacity, he's going to make defenders foul him. He's a real force in this league, folks.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Houston.
Shooting two.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And the Rockets making a change here. House is checked in. And both free throws good for Kuzma. And it's Wall with the ball for the Rockets. Shoots over Schroeder. Wall, no luck. Lakers trail by 19. A wide open look here for Kuzma. And again, no good by the Lakers. And here comes House, leading the fast break. And here's Wall outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Houston leading by 19 points. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Schroeder against Harden. Floats it up there for Harrell.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Lakers trail by 21. Here's Schroeder. He's got 9. Six to shoot. Outside, Davis. His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Horton Tucker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on John Wall. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
And he makes the first. And the Rockets making a change here. McLemore is checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And so he makes both from the line. Rockets leading by 19. It's Harden with the drive. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Caldwell-Pope.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quit in this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit. And even when you bang him and bump into him, he just muscles through that and says, play on.
Free throw good from Harden. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
Here's Cousins, lays it up off the glass. Cousins has got 8.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And they double up Davis, Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Really good court awareness that time from Anthony Davis, seeing the floor and making the right decision.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Marcus All's checked in for the Lakers.
What's up?
A free throw off from Harrell. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
And there's the pass to Caruso. And the Lakers with another miss.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Lakers trail by 20. One-on-one fast break. Offensive rebound. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And here's Wall outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Wall's got 5 points in the quarter.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Caldwell Pope outside. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Cousins.
Oh, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Pass to Horton Tucker. And here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by McLemore. Gasol. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. And here's Wall outside. The Lakers with the rebound. Here's Caruso. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Harrell. Kicks to Caldwell Pope.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Caruso. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
David Nwaba is checked in for the Rockets. Grant comes in for John Wall. And the Lakers making a change here. Here's Caruso. Caldwell Pope outside. Morris inside. Good on the shot. Morris has got 6.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Passes it to Cousins. Gets a very good look and converts.
Tell you what, Cousins knows he's got the green light to take these quick catch and shoot shots, and he's confident in doing so.
The pass to Caldwell Pope. Green against Matthews. Second shot opportunity. Some solid defense from Grant.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
McLemore, no good. The Lakers shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Here's Caldwell Pope. Morris kicks to Caruso. Drills the three-pointer. He has 5. Houston leading by 22. Grant outside. Pass to Cousins. Good D by Gasol. And so it's the Houston Rockets cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Ben McLemore. Wood out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And there's Gordon. And it's Green in at the shooting guard position. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground. And because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
James on the follow. LeBron's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Los Angeles.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
That shot wide open.
Boy, Gordon sends that one straight down and in from beyond the arc.
Pass to Kuzma. Trying to get open is Davis. Kuzma can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 23. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Davis, the pass to Matthews. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Over Caldwell Pope. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
On the top of the key. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Boy, LeBron's taken a lot of punishment over the years. For him, just part of the game.
Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League. which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now can exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deals. And they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Lakers. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Caldwell Pope. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so Brown will bring it up for the Rockets. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Green finds Brown. Inside. Wood with the bucket. Wood's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Passes it to Dudley. Shot clock at 6. Fades away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
LeBron kicks to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Brown outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Back to Matthews. Puts up a 3, and the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. The Rockets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Lakers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's LeBron, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on three?
One shot.
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that 3 is going to be vital.
Harden with it. Harden draws the double. The pass to Clemens. 6 to shoot. With the floater, and Davis sends it back, and they'll keep possession. Here's Tucker. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Matthews, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
Much respect to Matthews for his focus. I mean, you can't tie this guy down. I mean, he's excellent at scoring through contact.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Dudley. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alfonso McKinney.
One shot.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
Guys, Wesley Matthews is a pure shooter, a long-range bomber who also plays lockdown defense on the perimeter. That's a heck of a combination.
Basket counts.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Harrell, the pass to James. Back to Harrell. All with the steal. He kicks it to Cousins. Back to Wall. The 3. That one doesn't go. And the Lakers going the other way now. And here we go. And very close to making the shot, but instead he'll go to the line for 2 on the shooting foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Both good from the line that time. And here's Wall. With the teardrop, and it's good on the way in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And for the Lakers, they're shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. James looking it over. Pass to Horton Tucker. Now here's Harrell. D right on him. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, James drills it from outside. James has got 12 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Here's Harden, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
Free throw drops for Harden. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Schroeder, left side, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Rockets leading by 20. And he's going up for the alley-oop and finished off by Wood.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
James kicks to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 3rd assist on the night.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Wall against LeBron. Wall passes to Wood. Comes up empty down low. Lakers trail by 19. To the middle. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
Harden outside. A second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. And the Rockets lead by 19.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And a deep 3 from James. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 16th rebound on the night. House dishes to Harden. Outside, Wall. Over LeBron, and it comes off the front of the rim. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Schroeder finds Davis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Rockets leading by 17. Outside, Gordon. Pass to Wall. And he banks in the layup. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Pulls up, high post. Not going to go that time. Harden with the defensive effort. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Houston making a switch here. McLemore's checked in. That free throw good from Harden. LA's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Taking on the defending champs always adds a little extra meaning to the game. And with the way he's gotten after it tonight, it was clear this one meant a lot to him. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Schroeder outside. Wood against Davis. The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Wall. Now here is Harden for three. And James pulls it down. James has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now Wall. The three from Harden, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 7 for him tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To end the run, and the dunk by James.
Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And stolen by Gordon. Wall wide open. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against the Lakers.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jared Dudley's checked in for Harrell. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Wesley Matthews checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And it's Alex Caruso in for James.
You know, in this 21st century version of the NBA, just being big is not enough. Davis personifies the evolution of the big guy. He's got game from everywhere on the floor.
Clemens passes to Brown. That 3 off the mark. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. And Matthews kicks to Caruso. Matthews against Wall. Matthews no good. Outside, Wall. Wall draws the double. Clemens passes to Brown. Houston moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Outside, Wall. A three-pointer, no good. Here is Davis. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.